Prasad for distribution. Which one? The one box is outside. It has some furniture for the cake and everything in that. Jaya Jaya Jai Gaur Premanande Grantraj Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurana ki Srila Prabhupada ki Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adigaura Bhakta Vranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. You're all welcome for morning Srimad Bhagavatam class at Sri Gauradesh Skan Köln. We are reading from 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 2, verse number 41 is today for discussion. The subject matter of the 7th canto is mostly the Uti. There are 10 subject matter of Bhagavatam. Sarga, Visarga, Sthana, Poshana, and then Uti. Uti, Atha means Uti means Karma Vasana. Karma Vasana means under the three modes of material nature, whatever the activities we perform, according to that we get body. So in 15 chapters of 7th canto, in first 5 chapters, there is Asuri Vasana, Asuri Karma Vasana. Asuri means demonic. Karma Vasana means impression of their activities, and they are characterized by Hiranyakashipu. Then the next 5 chapter is Devi Karma Vasana. Devi Uti. Devi Karma Vasana means the divine karma, the activities and their impression and the description of Prahlad Maharaj's great qualities. And the last 5 chapter, there is Manavi Karma Vasana. The 4 Varna ashram are described in the last 5 chapters. So there are 5 chapters section in the 3rd canto. First, demonic nature, second, divine nature, and third, the human nature, according to the 4 divisions of Varna and ashram. Now the 7th canto is started by a question. Parikshit Maharaj asked this question. It appears that Lord is partial. He favors demigods and he kills demons. Because in 6th chapter, Indra was saved and Virtasur was killed. And this whole 7th canto is a discussion between Devrishi Narad and Maharaj Yudhishthir in the palace of Hastinapur. And the topic is 3rd Mahajan, Prahlad Maharaj. So Narad is also Mahajan, Prahlad Maharaj is Mahajan, and Yudhishthir is Dharmaraj also Mahajan. These are the 3 great souls discussing something in this canto. So the question is, God is partial. An answer of the 7th chapter is no. Why? Because Narsingadev appeared for the son of demon. It means Lord is not person. He can appear for demons also, because he appears for protection of Prahlad Maharaj, who is son of demon. And and this today's verse is also in the same mood. Lord is partial. He gives some good birth, some bad birth, some is demigod and some is demon. So why there is a partiality in the creation of Lord? And before we read this verse, very simple theme is like that. The electricity when coming from the grid or pole is one, same. But if it is coming in the light, there is a bulb, it is a light. It's coming in a microphone, there's sound. It comes in a heater, it heats. It comes in a refrigerator, it cools. Is electricity responsible for that? The difference in the action of the bulb, in the action of the refrigerator, in the action of the heater, electricity is same, but it is because of the different machine, so it acts differently. Similarly, the water which goes into the field, same water, but the tree is lemon, then it is little sour. If the tree is chilly, small plant is chilly, it's very bitter, it's very hot. If the plant is mango, it's very sweet. Is the water responsible for that? No. The seed of that particular plant. Similarly, it is our inner senses are antahkarana. Antah means inner, and karna means senses. We have outer senses, ear, nose, eyes. Similarly, we have inner senses. It's called karna means senses. Inner senses, mind, intelligence, false ego, and polluted consciousness. This inner senses make our nature, and according to the nature, Lord respond with us. Reciprocation of Lord with our nature. So everybody has a different nature, and therefore there is a different reciprocation by Lord as per the Bhagavad Gita philosophy. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tatheva bhajami am. As they approach me, I reciprocate accordingly. So it is our own karma. God is simply giving result, but based on our own action. So now is the verse. Let us read this verse. भूतानि तै तै निजयो निकरम भी भवन्ति कालेन भवन्ति सर्वशः न तत्र आत्मः प्रकृत्याव अपि स्थितः तस्या गुणैर अन्यतमो हि बध्यते भूतानि तै तै निजयो निकरमभिः भवति कालेन भवन्ति सर्वशः न तत्र आत्मः प्रकृताव अपि स्थितः तस्य गुणैः अन्यतमो हि बध्यते भूतानि तै तै निजयो निकरम्भिर् भवन्ति कालेन भवन्ति सर्वशः न तत्र हत्ताम प्रकृतौ अपि स्थितः तस्य गुणैः अन्यत् आत्मनो हि बध्यते Please repeat. Bhutani tai tai nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvashaha na tatra atma prakrtavapi sthitas tasya riyanto hi badhyate Bhutani tai tai nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvashaha na tatra atma pratikapi sthitas tasya gunai anyatmo nabadhyate Bhutani tai tai nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvashaha na tatra atmaka prakrtau api sthitas tasya gunaira yanyatmo hi badhyate Bhutani tai tai nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvashaha na tatra atma prakrtau api sthitas tasya gunanyatmo nibhavyata Bhutani tai tai nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvasaha na tatra atma prakrtavapi sthitas tasya gunyaya anyatau mihi badhyate Devi Bhutani taisa nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvashaha na tatra atma prakrtau api stito tasya gunaira anyatmo hi badhyate Bhutani tai nijayoni karmavi bhavanti kalena bhavanti sarvashaha na tatra atma prakrtau api stito yasya gunaira anyato hi badhyate Hare Krishna. Thank you. These two, Nanda Kumar and Pundrik, they have chanted very perfectly, because they were trained as a child in a Gurukul. So, see, this is the benefit of early education in a Vedic system. You may grow up and do whatever, but you are. Let's see who is calling again and again. So after class, I will call. Who is there? So, Bhutani, all the bodies of the living entities. Tai, tai, their own respective. Nija yoni, causing their own bodies. Karma bhihi, by past activities. Bhavanti, appear. Kale, in due course of time. na bhavanti, disappear. Sarvashaha, in all respects. Na, not. Tatra, there. Indeed. Atma, the soul. Prakrito, within the material world. Api, although. Istitaha, situated. Tasyaha, of her, the material energy. Gunahi, by the different modes. Anyatamaha, most different. He, indeed. Bhadyate, is bound. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Every conditioned soul receives a different type of body according to his work. And when the engagement is finished, the body is finished. Although the spirit soul is situated in subtle and gross material bodies in different forms of life, he is not bound by them. For he is always understood to be completely different from the manifested body. Again, we are reading the translation. Every conditioned soul. So when we read what conditioned soul, what does it mean in our mind? What we think when we say conditioned soul? Soul is conditioned. Conditioned by what? By? Three modes of material nature. Conditioned soul is one who is conditioned by the three modes of material nature. He is called Baddha Jiva. Baddha means bound. So he is bound by three modes of material nature. And on the other hand, there is a liberated soul who is beyond three modes of material nature. So what do you think? How many are the conditioned soul and how many are liberated souls? Which number is more? Liberated are more. 3/4 is a spiritual world, there are liberated souls. Only 1/4 is a material world where there are conditioned souls. So conditioned souls are less, like people in a prison are less than people in a city outside, it's a difference like that. So we are all conditioned souls which are in this material world. So conditioned soul receive different type of body. And how many different type of bodies we know? 8,400,000 species of life. It's like a different models of the cars. Whatever money you have, you buy that. If you fill up big money, you buy a BMW, you buy Audi, you buy something. If you have less money, then you buy a small vehicle. Even you have your scooter or bicycle. It is what you pay. So similarly, by karma, what you pay, you get that type of body. And once you are in that body, you have to act according to that body in that speed only. And then you cannot change anything. If you fly in the aeroplane, then you cannot change. You have to fly in that same thing. You cannot jump from there. So once we accept somebody, then we have to act like that. But so the condition, every conditioned soul receive a different type of body according to his work, which means karma. According to his work means karma. It means what payment you give, you get that model of the car, or what payment you give, you get that type of thing. And when the engagement is finished, it means when everything we purchase, it has a guarantee. It lasts for a certain time and then it is finished. So according to the karma, we get a body. Now here actually to understand the philosophy is like this. When we perform some action, there is a reaction. Some of that reaction is mature, some is not mature. The reaction that is mature is called prarabdha karma. Prarabdha is a mature. And that which is in seed form is aprarabdha. So everybody gets his body according to his mature fruit of the karma, prarabdha. And that prarabdha has also two parts. One part is certain body in certain family, and then what he will do for last upcoming 80 years, 90 years, 70 years, that is also coded in that, subtle body. He has to live according to that. So everybody has a certain period of activities in this life as a result of his previous mature karma, which may be happiness or suffering. They both are there. Particularly on this planet. In heaven, there is so much happiness, people don't remember God. In hell, there is so much suffering, nobody remember God. Only on this human body, on this earth planet, there is both suffering and happiness, and there is a possibility to get free from the repeated birth and death only in the human form of body, no other body. All other bodies are simply karma yoni. Karma yoni means you enjoy or suffer your karma. You cannot do new karma. New karma can only be done in human form of body. Karman evate adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadajan. This is the famous verse of Bhagavad Gita. You have right to perform your action, but you have no right for result. What does this mean actually? What does this mean? You work and you will not get a salary? Does it mean like that? No. Then who will work? This is like this. You have right to appear in exam, but you have no authority for result. Result somebody else is giving. You understand? This is philosophy is like result is not in your hand. Result is given by some authority. So the result of our action is given by, say, by divinity, by some authorized personalities of the God. They give the result according to our karma. It's not in our hand. And because of that result, this says, so we have a certain period of time we have to use that machine which is given to you as our payment, and then engagement is finished, body is finished. But I am not finished. Body is finished. Machine is finished. Your car is finished. You are not finished. Your home is finished. You are not finished. Now, next line says, although the spirit soul is situated in subtle and gross bodies in different forms of life. Now, everybody in ISKCON knows these two words, subtle body and gross body. Gross body is one which we can see. It is made up of 5 elements. This is the body which takes birth and it dies at certain time, and then we bury it, we cremate it. This is the gross body. Inside this gross body, there is subtle body. That subtle body is not destroyed when the gross body is destroyed. Subtle body exists, and this is made up of 4 things. Mind, which is very subtle. Intelligence, which is also subtle. False ego, and polluted consciousness. These 4 comprises subtle body. And in this subtle body is soul. The soul is carried by subtle body from one body to the other body. The soul is carried by subtle body. And there's an example given in Bhagavad Gita. Vayur gandhani vasyat. Vayur means air, gandh means fragrance. So when the air is passing over a fragrant garden, it carries that fragrance with it. Similarly, the mind carries the soul from one body to other body according to the impression in the mind. And next body is given based on those impressions. So this mind is like a black box of a, cursed aeroplane. Aeroplane is cursed. They look for the black box, and when they get the black box, they decode and they what happened. So our mind is a black box, and Yamaraj take it out and then decode it, what he wanted, what are his unfulfilled desires, and how much he has paid for that, what body he deserves. So he just put in that next body based on the impression in our mind. So that is the major portion of the subtle body mind, which determine the next body. So our impression in our mind decoded, and the conditioned soul gets the new body. Mana, and then the 15th chapter says, around the mind there are senses. Shrotram, Chakshu, Rasnam, Granam, Adhishtayam, Manaschayam, Vishyano, This chapter, this is a 15th chapter verse. According to their mind, there are impressions, there are eyes. This eye is a box. Is like you buy this something from market, there's a box. This eye is a box, but actually the organ eye is on the mind. The organ is inside, the real organ is inside. This is a box of the eye. The eye is on the mind, and the register there, what we see, what we analyze. So in the mind, there are all pictures already, stored there. And when you see somebody, see, oh, I know it, I know it, I don't know it. It goes like that. And there are also some impression in the mind that's called vasana. Vasana actually word karma vasana. Karma means action, and vasana means impression. Generally, vasana means these are flowers here. If you take the flowers, but still you smell, there is smell in the pot. That is called vasana. Thing is not there, but still there is impression of that as a fragrance. So this is like flower is not there, but still the fragrance is there. Similarly, we have tasted some, rasgulla sometimes somewhere in Vrindavan of Mangal Arati Prasad. Oh, it was very nice. We were happy on that. After maybe 1 year sitting, rasgulla. So we remember that rasgulla. Then the shape of this rasgulla will come in front of our eyes, and the taste also we note. There is an impression in our mind. That is called karma vasana. And these are the impression, they lead to the next body. So next it says, yes, in different forms of the life. Different forms of the life means subtle body is same, but the body may be of the demigod, body may be of a human being, body may be of a Brahman, body may be of a Kshatri, body may be of a Vaishya. The bodies may be different. It may be, cow's body, it may be monkey's body, but the subtle body is same. Grass body is only change. Subtle body is same, and soul is same. The soul is not bound by them. So these bodies, grass and subtle, don't bind soul. Because he means soul is always understood to be completely different from material body in constitution. So from 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we know that there are two types of energies, apara and para. The material body is made of apara energy, which is of 8 types. Bhinna prakriti ashtada. Bhumi, apo, analo, vayu. These are the earth, water, fire, ether. Manaha, buddhi, ahankara, ashta. These are 8. This is the material body is coming from this. And the soul is different, which is Para means transcendental. Prakriti means energy of the Lord. So soul is also energy of the Lord, but is it different than the material body? These are the two energies. Whole this universe where we are living is made up of these two things. These two things are mixed together. The para and apara energy, the material energy and the spiritual energy. Spiritual energy is soul, which is marginal energy of the Supreme Lord, and material energy is the external energy of Supreme. These two are mixed together in this world. And they are so much complicated and mixed, it is very difficult to separate them. It's not easy. Now, if you have a iron powder mixed with the sand powder, how can you separate this? Just have a magnet and our whole iron will come. So only the magnet is Krishna. Krishna is all attractive magnet. If you have your magnet on you by chanting Hare Krishna, then you will know I am not this body, I am soul. So you need this magnet to separate these two, otherwise it's not possible. And people on the planet, which may be learned scientists, it's very difficult for them to understand the soul is different from the body. It's very difficult. One Chinese philosopher came to India and he asked one saintly person, so what is different between the body and soul? He says, it's very simple. I am soul, I am not body. He says, so simple. A child can know this. He said, child can know this, but the person like me or you will not realize this. It's very easy to know, but to realize is not easy. That I am this, I am body, I am not this body, I am soul. To realize this is very difficult. To know this may be possible, but to realize this is very difficult, very difficult. I am spirit soul, not this body. For understanding it is very, very simple. We have this is a building. I am not building. I am living in the building. I am different from the building. It's very easy to understand. But actually realizing this fact is not easy. Why? Because until unless we realize God, it is not possible to realize soul. Now, if I ask you a simple question, Nanda Kumar, how can we see, how the people see in Germany? Why? How somebody sees something? Light. Huh? Who said this? Who said this answer? Light? Huh? Okay. There is a right answer. Eyes are there, but if there is no light, you can't see. So we see by sun. When sun rises, we see sun, we see ourselves, and we see the surroundings. So similarly, when we see the super soul or God inside, then we see ourselves and we see the material world separate from us. So first we have to realize God. Then we can realize soul and the material world separate. So in Vedic literature, there are three terms. Jeev, Jagat, Jagdish. Jeev means living entity, Jagat means material world, and Jagdish means Supreme Lord. You have to know these three. But for knowing these three, first to know God is important. Then we can know the other parts. So the last lines, so the bodies of all beings appear and disappear by their karma caused by themselves. If we are responsible, tais karma, nij yoni. Yoni means the place where the living entity take birth. So it is our own karma. So this is Chakravarti Pad, right? The bodies of all beings appear and disappear. Bhavanti, abhavanti, na bhavanti. Bhavanti, na bhavanti. Kale means in due course of time. They appear and disappear. Why? By their karma caused by themselves. Taira Taira Nij Yoni Karambhi. The Atma, different, though situated in the body, is not bound by qualities of the body. Tasya Gunai. The Lord is not partial. The inequality is due to karma of the jiva themselves. The Paramatma is not bound by the qualities of the body. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. You can move this. Here it is very plainly explained that God is not responsible for the living entities accepting different type of bodies. God is not responsible for living entities accepting different types of body. Why? Because God is not responsible for our pious and impious activities. And this is the verse in 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Nadate kaschit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhu ajnanenavritam jnanam tena moyanti jantava. Supreme Lord is not responsible for anybody's pious or impious activities. Here the question is, who is doer? There's a question, who is doer? This body is doer, soul is doer, or super soul is doer. There are three things. Who is doer? Body cannot do anything because it's a matter. Table cannot do anything. It's just matter. Super soul is doing. Then he will do same thing for all. Otherwise, he will be called partial. Is soul doing? Soul is very pure. So who is doer? Modes of material nature are doers. Yeah, modes of material nature, but they are also material nature. How it works actually? The super soul is permitter. It gives permission. The soul desires, and material body provide the machinery for action. It's like that. I give application to the government that I want to open this factory. Government give permission. Then I buy the machine, and then I run the factory. Now, in my factory, if I have a loss, who is responsible? Government or machine or I? I am responsible because I opened the factory. And if there's a benefit, then who will enjoy? I, not the government or the machine. So it's soul because he has a desire, which is the only thing in the hands of the soul independently to desire. It is the desire of the soul. Permission is given by the super soul, and material nature has provided the machine, this body, and then we work. So it is actually our desire which is responsible. According to our desire, everything is going on. Therefore, you see in 15th chapter picture, this upside down tree. You've seen this picture, upside down tree. And then Srila Prabhupada is reflection of the tree on the water. And at the water, there is a word written desire. You see on that picture, the word desire is written is at the place of water. It means everything depends upon our desire. This is a very common saying by Srila Prabhupada. Everything depends upon your desire. Whatever we desire, Krishna is fulfilling the desire of everybody since time immemorial. This is another phrase Prabhupada used to say. Krishna is fulfilling desire of everybody since time immemorial. And there is a famous verse, Nityo Nityanam Chetas Chetranam Eko Bhaumnam Vidhati Kama. He's one, but he's fulfilling the desire of all unlimited living entities. So the whole philosophy is we have to learn to desire. We have two options, either desire from God or desire God. It's a very simple thing. what you want to desire, from God or God. And the example is very simple in Mahabharata. Yudhishthira Maharaj sent Arjun to Krishna for help, and Duryodhana himself went to Krishna for help. And Duryodhana arrived early, and Krishna was lying down with the eyes closed. And there was a beautiful coach next to the head of the Krishna. He was sitting on that because he's a relative of Krishna. Krishna's son, Samba, married the daughter of Duryodhana. So they are relative. He was sitting and waiting. Arjun came a little late and he was sitting near the legs of Krishna. Krishna opened eyes. He saw first Arjun. Oh, Parth, how are you here? Oh, Duryodhana said, I came first, Krishna. Krishna looked with a little twisted. Oh, you are here also, Duryodhana. When Krishna looks with somebody twisted, he's finished. So the war was already finished. But then he says, we both have come to take help from you. Krishna says, all right. On the one side, I am alone, and I will not use weapon. On the other side, I will give you the one brigade of my Yaduvan's army with Kirtavarma as the commander-in-chief. Now you have to select, but since Arjun is younger and I saw him first Arjun has to select. Now Duryodhana said, what? He will take, definitely army, because in a war, what we do with a one person without any weapons. So Arjun was so determined. I need Krishna, you. This is first surrender of Arjun. He selected Krishna. And Duryodhana says, very good, send me the army. Krishna asked, why, Arjun, you selected me, but not my army? He said, if you are with me, and if you guide me, then 100 such armies are useless for me. So I selected you. So we select Krishna or we select something from Krishna. Krishna is providing everything to us. Now, our desire has to be changed. Whole philosophy is to change the desire. I need something, I need Krishna. This is Ramchandra says, Sakradeva Mam Parpana. Once somebody says, I am yours. If we said, Krishna, you are mine, or I am yours, everything is finished. And then we are completely on the right path. We have to say, Krishna, I am yours. Or Krishna is mine. Both are the two options. Radharani and his group, they say, Krishna is mine. And the other gopis, Chandravali's group, we are Krishna's. One is leftist and one is rightist. Leftist is Radharani. Krishna is mine. You cannot take Krishna. This is a mood. And I am Krishna's. Whatever Krishna wants with me, I will do that. So either both options are open to us. We have to say, Krishna, I am yours. Or you are mine. Both are open. This desire is a perfect desire. Everything depends upon desire. Next line. One has to accept a body according to the law of nature and one's own karma. Two things Prabhupada writes. One has to accept the body according to the law of nature and one's own karma. What are one's own karma is very simple, but what is the law of nature?
Three modes of material nature.
Three modes of material nature. And then we have this very famous word, Urdha Gachanti Sattvastha Madhya Tishtanti Rajasa Jagan Kudavirti Adho Gachanti Tamasa. Those who are mode of goodness, they become demigod. Mode of patience, they come on this material planet as human beings. And those who are mode of ignorance go into the lower species of life. So according to the material, according to the nature, laws of nature, the laws of nature is three modes of material nature. And there are law of nature. So everybody has to get a result of his karma. And then we know there are three types of karma. Vikarma, prohibited karma. Not do that. If you do, go to the hell. Then karma, according to the Vedic injunction, you do that, you will enjoy in heaven. Both are bondage. And there is a akarma. You perform everything but not attached to fruits, then you are free. So we have to become akarmi. A karmi. A means no, karmi means action. It doesn't mean that we don't do action. We do all the action. But we are giving up two things. Ownership of the karma, kartapan. Kartapan means ownership, which is false ego. And bhoktapan means enjoyer. I am the doer and I am the enjoyer is cause of bondage. Work is not cause of bondage. The doership and enjoying spirit is cause of bondage. I give you a simple example. When you are coming from outside, you can see so many people, so many cars. Are you bound by that? No. No. But if you see your car or your some relative, oh, my car, my man, they, as soon as you say, my, you are bound. So the two words is called poison. Me and mine is a wish. Wish means poison. The Maya is me and mine. Idam na mama. This is not mine, is nectar. In a Vedic sacrifice, when we offer oblation, we say, Idam Krishnaya Swaha Idam na mama. This is for Krishna, it's not me. So Idam na mama is a nectar. This is a Vedic aphorism. Me and mine is poison, and it is not mine or ours is a nectar. Therefore, I'm saying, I will come. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, never somebody invited, he never said, I will come. He said, Krishna willing. Krishna Ichha, as Krishna wants. So, they work as directed by Krishna, not independently by their own wills and whims. This is the difference. Now, therefore, now Prabhupada said, therefore, Vedic injection is that a person engaged in material activities, which means karma, should be given direction by which he can intelligently apply his activities to the service of the Lord to become free from material bondage of repeated birth and death. Now, Srila Prabhupada is quoting verse from Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter. 18th chapter. Swakarmanatam abhrichya siddhim vindate manavaha. All the human beings, according to their varna, they offer their activities to Krishna, they will be freed. It's not that only Brahman will be freed. Anybody can be freed by worshipping Krishna by his own personal activities. The mothers know how to cook simply by cooking for Krishna and offering bhoga to Krishna. Their life is perfect. If you want to just, a carpenter, you make a nice altar for Krishna, your action is perfection. So everybody by his action worship Krishna, then he is free. This is the Vedic injection or a Vedic direction for the living entities. You have to work, but work in such a way that you should not be bound by that work. And how can that be? When we offer our work in the service of Krishna. And let the Krishna enjoy the fruits of the work, not me. Because Krishna is the enjoyer, Bhoktaram, Yagyatapasam. He is the enjoyer. And it's not that we will not get it. We will be enjoyed by Krishna. So we will also get the same thing. But then we'll get this as a prasad, not as a bhoga. Same thing. It's called rice dal. Outside is called some food. But when it's offered to Krishna, it becomes prasad, which means mercy. The only thing is, this is the training. Whole Vedic system train us. Whatever we use, we offer first to Krishna and then use. And there is, therefore, there is a one famous verse. Prabhupada was asked, what is the one verse in Bhagavad Gita for karma? Then he said, Yat karosi, yadasnasi, yat jahosi, dadasi, yata tapasyasi konte tad kurusho madarpanam. This is a famous verse of 9th chapter. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you give, whatever you accept, just offer to Krishna. You offer to me. So You just learn one word today. Krishna Arpanam Astu. I am offering it to Krishna. See, at the end of the day, you say, Krishna, whatever I have done today, I am offering everything you do. Krishna Arpanam Astu. Krishna Arpanam means offering, Astu means I am just offering everything to Krishna. Just we learn this one word. I think somebody gives me anything, I just say Krishna Arpanam Astu. It's not me. I'm accepting this on behalf of Krishna. Krishna Arpanam Astu. I'm offering it to Krishna. But higher than that is another term, which is good for devotees. In the morning, get up and say, whatever I will perform today, it is for the pleasure of Hari Guru Vaishnava. Hari Guru Vaishnava Priti Arthe. For the pleasure of Supreme Lord, for the pleasure of spiritual master, and for the pleasure of Vaishnava, whatever I do, it is for their pleasure. This is pure devotional service. Whatever we do, it should be for the pleasure of Hari Guru Vaishnava. Hari Guru Vaishnava through. So whatever you do, you think, by this action, is my spiritual master pleased? Is Krishna pleased? Is our Vaishnava pleased? Then that action is perfect. So this is the perfect consciousness of a devotee. Everything is done for the pleasure of Krishna. And in the end, you say everything is offered to Krishna. Both are the best words we have to practice every day. Then it becomes our nature. And ultimately, it becomes our life and soul. So this is to be learned, Prabhupada writes. The Lord is always ready to give directions. Lord is ready to give direction. From where? In Bhagavad Gita has given direction. The directions are already there. God has given direction. And from inside, as a super soul, He is ready to give direction if we are able to accept. We are ready to accept. So Lord is ready to give direction. Indeed, His directions are elaborately given in Bhagavad Gita. If we take advantage of these directions, then, in spite of our being conditioned by the law of material nature, we shall become free to attain our original constitution. And then Srila Prabhupada quotes a verse from 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Mamev ye prapadyante mayam etan taranti te. So material, the first line of this verse is, Devi esh gunamai mam maya durtaya. The material nature is very difficult to control or overcome, but those who surrender unto me will easily cross over this material world. See, sometimes I give a rough example for this. Nowadays people have a big dog at the gate. Nobody can come in, right? Nobody can enter somebody's house if the big dog is there, right? But you call the person up, please, I am here. And he will say, hey, dog. He say, hey, hut. So dog will just go back inside and you can go inside. So Maya is like that. This is a watchdog of Supreme Lord in this material world. And if you say, Krishna, please protect, and you say, hey, Maya, leave him alone. And then there's no problem. Very simple. What is the function of Maya? Is a custom department of Krishna. What is the function of custom department? Nobody should bring illegal things in our country. So nobody can go with material desire to the spiritual world. So this Maya will screen if there's any material desire left. As long as there's material desire, it's not possible to get free from cultures of Maya. So Maya is a protective department of Supreme Lord in this material world to screen us if we should not go to the spiritual world with material desire, no possibility. So only by surrender to Krishna we can overcome the stringent laws of material nature. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. So we should have firm faith that the Lord is supreme and that if we surrender to Him, He will take charge of us and indicate how we can get our material life and return home. We can get out of our material life and return home back to Godhead. And which verse then you remember? Very simple. Now the verse here is very simple. Krishna gives the direction. By that we can go to Krishna. Tesham satas yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti te. So those who surrender to me, I give them intelligence. By that they can come to me. It means I will bring them back to me. Very simple. Prabhupada writes that the super soul direct the surrendered soul what to do, how to do, when to do. So super soul takes charge of directing the surrendered soul. It's written down now. Without such surrender, one is obliged to accept a certain type of body according to his karma, sometimes as an animal, sometimes as a demigod, and so on. So until unless there is no surrender, there is no possibility of getting free from the laws of material nature, which means taking material bodies to enjoy or suffer our own actions. So how can we surrender? That is the question. There are 6 symptoms of surrender. Anukulya, varjanam, to do the favorable things, avoid the unfavorable things, have a faith Krishna will protect us in all circumstances. Karpanya, I am humble, I don't know, I don't have anything, everything depends upon Krishna. So there are 6 Shadvidhi Sharanagati. There are 6 type of surrender. There are 6 items one can understand to surrender. How can we surrender to Krishna? By surrendering to the spiritual master. Yei kale, this is the definition of initiation. Yei kale shishya kare atma samarpana. By the time the disciple surrendered to his spiritual master. Tei kale Krishna kare apasam. At that time, Krishna accept him as his own. We surrender to Krishna, Krishna accept the surrendered soul as mine, and then he direct him. So surrender to Krishna is through surrender to the spiritual master. This is the process. How can we surrender to Krishna? We surrender to Krishna through his spiritual master. And what his spiritual master will give? He will give the direction of Krishna, which is in Bhagavad Gita. So what the spiritual master will give? He will give direction. And then this direction of Krishna's direction. So he's simply acting on behalf of Krishna. Is acting as a representative of Krishna. So you surrender to Krishna through surrendering to the spiritual master, who is a representative of Krishna. Very simple thing. Although the body is obtained and lost in due course of time, the spirit soul does not actually mix with body, but is subjugated by the particular modes of nature with which he is sinfully associated. Prabhupada used the word sinfully associated. What sinfully means? Disobeying the order of the God is sinful. Yeah. Sinful means you don't, if you break the law of government, you are sinful, right? You have committed a crime, you are sin, it's called sinful. So not obeying the order of this Supreme Lord is a sinful activity, and the shackles by which God punish the sinful activities by 3 modes of material nature. They are ropes by which we are bound. And he's bound by some of the association with some of the modes of material nature. Spiritual education changes one's consciousness so that one simply carries out the order of the Supreme Lord and become free from the influence of modes of material nature. This spiritual education. This is what Srila Prabhupada boldly used to say. There's no single university on the planet where spiritual education is imparted. There's no single university on the planet where we get spiritual education. And therefore, Prabhupada said, well, I am establishing this temple to give spiritual education, the science of soul and science of love of God. So, spiritual education is not available in the material world. It's not available at any university, any college, nothing, no spiritual education. Nobody speak about the soul. Everybody speak about how to maintain body and how to get a material facilities to enjoy. That's the whole education is gear. Now, this is Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, is avidya. It is a avidya, is ignorance. It's not real education. Even if there is a little spiritual education somewhere in the school, it is to go to the heaven and enjoy more. This is only the education. If at all there is a little spiritual education, it's only to go to the heaven. In the whole Christianity, the goal is go to the heaven. Whole Islam, Mohammedan, what is the goal? Go to the Jannat and enjoy, right? So it means even if there is a little spiritual education, it is enjoyment. There is no surrender, it's enjoyment. Go to the heaven, enjoy more, enjoy more, enjoy more. That's the education. Going to the heaven is not, is a dharma for the karmis, is a dharma for the pious, the people who do the pious activities. They can go to the heaven, enjoy there, and then come back. Prabhupada's example we are quoting every day, he says, as much fuel you have in the tank of the plane, you can fly. And then as soon as the petrol is over, the fuel is over, you have to come back. It's so simple. You go to the heaven and then fuel is over, you come back. It's not param dharma. The spiritual education is param dharma, which change consciousness. Consciousness is symptom of soul. It means spiritual education should train us into the constitutional position of the soul. And what is that? Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nitya Das. Spiritual education means we are eternal servant of Krishna and act in that constitutional relationship. That is spiritual education. Usually, the karmis or the pious workers, their goal in spiritual education is go to the heaven, enjoy, and come back. Even the Gyanis, they study the knowledge, but their goal is to merge in the Brahma, to merge in the spiritual Brahma Jyoti. Or that is not the goal also, because there our consciousness cannot change because we are still enjoyer. We want to be one with God. There is also enjoyment. And the third goal, which is even good enough, is not against devotional service, is to get four type of liberation in Vaikuntha: Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya, Sarishti. Become one like God in form, live on the same planet, live near to the God, have opulence same as God. But that is also not very much against devotion, but there is a little desire. That is also not param dharma. So the real spiritual education is to change one's consciousness that I am not enjoyer, I have to render service. And then service can only be rendered when there is love. Therefore, the param dharma is savai punsham paro dharmo yado bhakti adokchaji ahitukiya pratihataye atma supersidati, by which a soul is satisfied, and that is love of God. That is the fifth pancham purusharth. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, love of God. And what type of love God? Love of God as the Brajavasis love Krishna, as the mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba loves Krishna, as the Sridhama, Sudhama, Madhu Mangal, they love Krishna, as Raktak, Patrak, They love Krishna, or as the gopis love Krishna. That is the real spiritual education, where there is a relationship with Krishna, which is told. We have a relationship with Krishna. Every soul has eternal relation with Krishna. By forgetting that, we are suffering. Simply to revive that is a spiritual education. That is a spiritual education. And Chakravarti Pad has taken the meaning of this soul as Paramatma. He has taken a little different. So he says, but then there is inequality in the Lord, because he favors one and ignore another. The bodies of the man and animal appear by individual karma, causing their specific bodies. By one karma producing birth, a person become a pig. All sarvasya bodies appear and disappear in time. This is clear. Though situated in the body, Paramatma, Prakrito, in the body, Paramatma or Atma being different, Anyatam, is not bound by the qualities of the body, such as birth and death. Paramatma makes the jiva experience the result of his good and bad karma by his presence alone. That is favoring or ignoring. He is a witness. He only inspires us that you have done this pious karma, therefore you enjoy. And he says, well, this is you have done sinful karma, therefore you are suffering. So he is simply witness. Mat sarvam pravartate. Everybody is acting because of me. Here ends our today's class. Any question or comment? Yes, Prabhu. What is your name? Si? Bhakta? Shiana. S-H? S-H-I? Oh, Syagar. Syagar? Share. Acha. G is silence. So God is silence in your life. So make available. Okay. Saiga, yes, Sayar. What is your question?
The four muktis, which are not against devotional service, they also have some like to enjoy it. So, but they also have love, or it's just a mature enough.
You said mukti. You said word mukti.
Yes, the four muktis.
Oh, four muktis. Yeah, there are 5 types of muktis together. One is first is Sayoja, merging in Brahma, which devotees don't like at all. It is like a suicide. But the 4 others are not against devotion. But still, there is a feeling of enjoyment. I want to be like God. I should look like God. I should have the same opulence as God. I should be near to the God. So there is some desire. But higher than that is the love of God, in which we don't need anything for ourselves. We just simply want to please Krishna, whatever it is. And we are automatically become happy. We enjoy, but we enjoy with Krishna, not without Krishna. But if we don't enjoy, still we are happy. Even if we are ready to suffer to give pleasure to Krishna. We are ready to suffer eternally if we can give pleasure to Krishna. And Krishna is happy, then we are happy. Very common. I think everybody knows this story of Krishna's headache, right? The painters were painting nice pictures, and one painter painted a picture in which Krishna was a little morose. Prabhupada said, Krishna is always happy. Why you made like this? Anyway, this is one pastime. Once you remember, and then Prabhupada told this pastime when he saw the picture. So Krishna has a headache. There are 2 headache Krishna. There were 2 stories. Do you remember 2 or 1? One you remember. That the headache can be cured if somebody gives the food dust. And Narad was looking for food dust. Krishna said, you are a devotee, why you do not give your own? And you are devotee. I asked some devotee, so you are devotee. Why you are looking somebody else? But ultimately nobody gave, no karmi gave, no jnani gave, no yogi gave, only gopis gave. Yeah, not that you cannot go to hell. He said, no more problem. Krishna's headache should be cured. We are ready to go to the hell. This is the real love of God. The other is, once Krishna, this was a very, it's a rumor all over the bridge that Radha is unchaste meeting Krishna in the middle of the night. So Krishna designed some pastime. He said, I have severe headache. Oh my God, I'm very suffering. Like Mother Yashoda was worried about what can we do. Bring some doctor. And Krishna became doctor himself in other form. And he said, if some chaste lady bring a pot which have 100 holes from the river Jamuna, and if that water is sprinkled on Krishna, then his headache will go. Yashoda said, I can go, I can go. He said, no, mother cannot go. Now this news was throughout the Vrindavan. Some chaste lady has to go, some chaste lady has to go. Everything, everybody said, and particularly this Kutila and Jatila, the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law, said, I am chaste, I am going. She took the pot, she went to the Jamuna and all water fell out and everybody was laughing what type of chaste she is. Now nobody dared to go. Then Lalita and Vishaka told Radharani, Krishna's headache can only be cured if you go and bring the water, and you have to go on a very thin rope or even the hair, and you have to fill water and not to fall in the water, and the water should not get out from the pot. She little hesitant but boldly, with the help of the Sakhis, she entered in the Jamuna, and that part as a whole she can see. She put inside, then she saw fingers of Krishna closing the holes. So she was now completely satisfied and, oh no, there's no problem, I can do that. And she got the pot out, and everybody says, oh, she is the only chaste in the Vrindavan. She is the only chaste in the Vrindavan. That water was sprinkled on the head of Krishna, and Krishna's Leela, he was all right. So only the chaste lady is Radha and Vrindavan. And then Krishna went to Mathura after certifying that she is only the chaste lady in the Vrindavan. So there is also the headache pastime. Hare Krishna. So love of God is the highest relation with God. And we are ready to do anything for Krishna. This is, until unless we have this type of mood, it's not easy to preach. Because we want to please Krishna, we please. Because Krishna, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked us to go and preach in every town and village, so we are doing this job. Maybe we have difficulties, no problem, but this is the thing we have to do, because Mahaprabhu will be pleased, Krishna will be pleased, Radha Krishna will be pleased, so we should take risk and go, whatever it is. This is actually, unless there is, this burning feeling, there's no possibility of preaching actually. Prabhupada is the love of Krishna, so he left everybody at the age of 71 to retire in Vrindavan, and then he took Vrindavan with him and took a sea voyage, which is difficult, over a month to the Americas. Nobody dared to do that nowadays, right? It's 1 month. And he took it because he loved Krishna. He wanted to distribute the message of Krishna, because this is the desire of Krishna. And for that, he is ready to suffer. Whatever difficulties are in the process, he is ready to suffer. And ultimately, Krishna is there to look after his comforts. This is the one purpose in Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada is really writing his own realization that one who 24-hour engage in service of Krishna, Krishna become intimate friend, and he look after the comfort of his friend. And he gives himself to his own friend. You find out this purport in 1858. I read this purport and I feel satisfied that Krishna is definitely, taking care of us when we are, working for Krishna. Krishna is taking care. There's no doubt about that. So, awakening love of Krishna is the highest religion, where there's no desire of enjoyment at all. It is only the desire to serve and please Krishna, and when we are automatically pleased. If you decorate your face, then you can see in the mirror decoration. Automatically you will see it. If you please Krishna, you are automatically, pleased and enjoy, no problem. Some other question or comment? Prasad, Ekadashi, breaking Ekadashi. Oh, Mataji question, yes?
Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, when you come to me, then you go never back. Is it only for Krishna Loka, Loka Vrindavan, or for Vaikuntha too?
Also Vaikuntha too. Yeah.
But, Jai Vijay,
All spiritual platforms. Jay and Vijay did not fall. They were part of the pastime of Lord Vishnu. He wanted to have little wrestling match who can fight with him. So he sent his two doorkeepers to fight with them. It's not they fell down. Krishna came to reclaim them as Narsingadev, as Varahadev. He came as Ramachandra. He came as Krishna to reclaim and bring them back to Vaikuntha. It's not they are fallen. Nobody fall from Vaikuntha. This is the problem. This is a big controversial topic in
almost
ISKCON.
asked the question where the contaminated consciousness starts, but then I thought that it's a wrong subject. I didn't ask.
I mean, my understanding is there are eternally liberated and eternally conditioned souls. Because this is the verse of Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. It says, Divo imo jiva bhuto kshar chakshar evacha. And Prabhupada's purport says there are eternally liberated and eternally conditions. It's a very simple verse in 15th chapter. Yeah, it nitya, badha nitya, siddha, always there. So only those who are eternally conditioned, they are given chance in this material world by teaching of Bhagavad Gita, and different time Krishna comes to reclaim them that they should rectify and go back home, back to Godhead. But even the all will go, but still there are so many will feel this, don't worry. But Chakravarti Path says, don't worry. If the all goes, still, it's like Prabhupada says, everybody takes then, this world will be empty. Prabhupada looked to that lady and said, fools like you will remain here, don't worry. So, yes, from Vaikuntha also, Golok, Vaikuntha, Krishna. Krishna means Narayana, everything is included in Krishna. Krishna include all his expansions. Yad gatvana nevaratante tad dhama paramam mama. One who goes there, he never comes back. But common sense, when I tell to the people, if they are not agreeing with me, I says, you go to the Vrindavan. You went to the Vrindavan, Prabhu? Neela? Madhav? You went to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is Krishna's abode. Why you came back? Why you not stay there? It is your will.
Why
You,
we are here, Baba?
But I'm saying that is a very nice question. This question is, if Krishna wants, then his even liberated soul can come in material world for mission of preaching like Prabhupada came. That is possible. It's not that they are by their karma coming, but they are coming to fulfill the desire of Krishna along with Krishna when he comes, or if Krishna sent them, they are willing to come. Prabhupada told to two of his intimate devotees that Krishna pushed me to come to the material world. I said, no, why should I go? He said, you go and translate Bhagavad.